Hey guys, Maui from Game Bagoons here, and before we jump into this video, I haven't beaten the game yet, and I'm going to be taking my time with it, so if you want to watch me play through it, come check out our Twitch channel, at twitch.tv/GameBagoons. So I definitely haven't seen everything the game has to offer, and I haven't been watching other people's videos on it because I want to avoid spoilers, but I want to get my first impressions out there, and with that out of the way, let's get into it. Tears of the Kingdom, so far, has surpassed all of my expectations. The Zelda team has found a way to keep the core freedom of Breath of the Wild and tell a traditional Zelda story. It is no secret that I am a huge Zelda fan, and I was before Breath of the Wild came out as well. However, what really keeps me invested in the series is the lore and overreaching story being told throughout the games. And Breath of the Wild's goal was to revitalize the gameplay of the series, putting the lore and story onto the side burner. It felt like a new Mario game, the gameplay was amazing, but it was incredibly hard to care about a story that wasn't there. So while I love Breath of the Wild, it was a letdown in many ways for me. But when the game came out, what I kept saying is that was a really good tech demo, Nintendo. Now give me the full game. And oh boy, did they deliver with Tears of the Kingdom. Enemy variety, unique dungeon aesthetics, bosses, and real-time story filled with lore that I can sink my teeth into. Not to mention they went and threw way more gameplay improvements in there. Oh my god, this game is so good. I'm not going to go any more into the story, as I've only beat 3 of the dungeons and don't want to spoil anything. However, if you do want some lore and theories, hit that subscribe button, because next Saturday, I'm dropping a timeline video about how this game changes the timeline we all know and love. But for right now, let's talk about the gameplay. And oh boy, does this game have some gameplay. There are 4 new abilities in this game replacing the Sheikah Slate runes. The first is Ascend, which allows Link, as the name implies, to ascend, but only if there is a roof above him, and he will end up on the other side of it. This ability reminds me of the wall merge ability from A Link Between Worlds, and how it makes you reconsider how the world is laid out around you. It makes you think, what is above this room? The next ability is Recall, which allows you to reverse the motion of an object, making you think of any moving platform as a two-way platform. Then we have Fuse, which allows you to merge almost anything with a weapon, shield, or arrow. This opens up so many possibilities, my personal favorite being the minecart shield, or as I like to call it, the skateboard. Then we have the ability that steals the show, Ultra Hand. This is like Magnesis from Breath of the Wild, except instead of only metal objects, you can pick up anything. But if that was it, it wouldn't be a crazy ability. It can also attach any objects together. But big deal, right? You can build a ladder now. Wow. But the devs also added Zonai devices that let you build contraptions. Water wheels, boats, planes, cars, carriages, mechs, attack bots, and anything you can imagine. I get the same feeling playing this as I get when playing something like Minecraft. Which, by the way, let's talk about that. Why is there so many things that feel straight out of Minecraft in this game? Golden apples, crafting, mining, diamond swords. Did the Zelda team just play a ton of Minecraft while making this, or are these just consequences of open game design? I could see that for crafting and mining, but the golden apples is just a straight up reference, right? Well, tangent aside, the contraption crafting is easily the most fun part of this game. I wouldn't be surprised if someone, like in Minecraft, builds a working computer in this game. But that's not all there is. The dungeons have so far been fantastic. They take on a template that has you unlock 4 switches to fight a boss. I won't spoil what the twist on this is, as it was cool when I realized what the replacement for the champion abilities was in this game. While I really like this structure for a dungeon, I hope not all dungeons will take this template of activating the 4 doohickeys to unlock the boss room. I expect the initial 4 will do that, but I hope in the second half of the story we see a traditional dungeon that requires you to work through more rooms in a linear fashion to solve puzzles, and take on combat rooms to get keys and make your way into the depths of a temple. A gauntlet that doesn't let you see the boss door until you've solved the central mechanic that asks you to then master that mechanic to open the door. But we'll see. I haven't even begun to scratch the surface of what this game has to offer, but I don't want to spoil anything else about it. Go play the game if you're on the fence. This is one of those games that will shape how the open world games are made, and it's a pretty good starting point. Wow. What an absolute legend for sticking around to this point. Once again, if you want to see my creations and reactions to the lore drops in this game, come check out our Twitch link in the description. And if you want to see how I think the game changes the timeline, subscribe for my timeline video dropping next Saturday. Alright, that's all I got. Peace.